welcome all people of the verse. My name is Dark Fox. Today I would like to do a little bit of a video and have a little bit of a chat with you guys about some of the main issues I've had with Arena Commander and some things I think that CGI need to work on for what I've seen. Now really, I've been very impressed with some of the stuff they produced and really have appreciated a lot of the touches they made in the graphics, in the performance, as well as the optimizations, especially of late, has been very visible. But there are some really key issues, I feel, with the spaceship designs. It's not so much the concepts that are bad as it is the functionality. So hopefully I'll be able to illustrate what I mean to you guys and just show them a few little things they need to do just to adjust so that these problems can be illustrated. So I'm just going to cut from right here and show you what I mean. Now the first ship I want to talk to you about is this, the Aegis Dynamics Avenger. A very pretty ship. I certainly liked the design when I first saw it. Certainly a little bit disappointing at the moment for the SPS in that this gun at the front seems a bit underpowered, but that I'm not really going to be looking at. I'm not looking at the guns at the moment. I just want to look at some of the key real flight issues that I've seen. Now I'm just going to climb in. I don't know if it'll be actually visible here or if it'll be a bit more clear in the FPS module. I'll also show you what I mean exactly on the FPS module, because I'm not too sure it'll actually be very clear here. So we will see. So I'm just going to clamber in. Now one of the things I really like when I first saw it is how big the view is. Like how much of a field of view you really get. There's the Arena Commander coming up. I'm just going to tell that to bugger off a second. So yeah, you know, plenty of view. You're like, what's the problem that you're talking about, Dark Fox? What are you on about? Well, first of all, it has the main problem that all curved windows have, and I will talk about that. And also there's another key problem on the radar. So I'm just going to jump into Arena Commander now, and I will illustrate exactly what I mean. So here we are in the Arena Commander, and we're sitting nice and pretty in our Avenger, and the first problem is probably as clear as day's face to most of you who have this ship, and that the radar is too low, or at least the head is set too high. Half of the radar is lost here. I mean, when you compare it to ships such as the Hornet, on the Hornet you can see the entire radar, top, and bottom. On this ship, not at all. You only see half, so you only get half the information, unfortunately. You know, you're seeing not even half, I'd say, almost 3/4 there. And it's just, you know, it's a real issue there, you know. It'd be just nice to have that a little bit higher so I can actually see it with ease rather than with great difficulty. Because one of the things I do when I'm playing Vandal Swarm or multiplayer is I use it as a quick reference to where the enemies are and where my friendlies are, and just keep a track of all the ships so I can concentrate on flying and not dying. The other problem that is very clear, and I will try to show you, is it has the same problem that all curved windscreen ships have, and it has this ridiculous level of flare and reflect or flex, something like that. And something like that's not so bad, that's okay, but there is certain positions you can get in where you can just get blinded by the damn thing, and you're like, I cannot see a damn thing. There it is. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. I cannot see a thing. Now this level isn't so bad because there's only one tiny little sun in the background, and that's not so bad, but you know, that kind of level of like sheen seems a little bit ridiculous to me. You know, that wouldn't happen in a modern day aeroplane now, and so why would it happen in the future? And look at it. You know, the screen just looks like it has about 1 billion cracks in it. It doesn't look pristine at all. It does make one wonder what the hell it's made out of. It's just a little bit concerning, whether that's on the helmet or on the outer glass, I don't know, but it does seem a little bit issue, and you know, on brighter levels that's a bigger issue, and in this level's not so bad for it. There's not quite so much light, there's only that's on there, and I wouldn't, you know, the glare from the sun when you look directly at it makes sense, you know, you're looking at the sun directly, that makes sense, you know, you can have a ship coming out of that, makes sense, but when I'm at an angle, I shouldn't be getting glare like that, I shouldn't, you know, be blinded by the damn thing. Like, there it is. I struggle to find it, but there it is. You know, if a ship flew in front of me there, then I wouldn't be able to see them. And seeing is half the battle, really is in Arena Commander, it really is. Especially for the Avenger, it's so important for any of these smaller ships because they're made out of plastic. So, it's really key problem most these curved screen ships, I'm afraid. I'm gonna show you another ship that I have a few little bit of issues. Okay, so here is just another ship that is really caught out by the curved screen issue. This is my 315p. A very pretty ship. I got it so I can explore some of the smaller jump holes in the galaxy and find things that nobody else has seen, and it's a good light fighter, and nice and medium range, not like the Hornet, which is very short range. It's very good at fighting, but if it doesn't have an escort, it's not going to be going too far. And while the 315p's the deal for the kind of medium range excursions for small holes. So yeah, it again has this curved screen out issue. Not too many problems, thankfully, with this HUD or the design of this craft. It seems well designed for the most part. It's just this curved screen. I don't understand why they've insisted in doing it, and I can see where they're coming from. It I really can, because I can see the other side of the argument being that, you know, why are you making a big fuss of it? Why is it that you think this matters? Well, it's not that I don't want there to be some blinding effects. I'm not taking that side. What I want them to do is to calm that down a little bit, because at the end of the day, you know, these ships are going to be relatively balanced compared to like the Hornet and other ships, and I just don't think that's realistic. I mean, certainly ships, aircraft these days don't have that problem. Yes, if somebody comes out at you from out the sun, you're not going to see them coming, but that's different to being blinded by refracted rays of the sun through your windshield. That certainly does not occur in modern aircraft. I can tell you that much for no charge whatsoever. So, yeah, let's have no look at this. I'll jump in and cut you here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in my 315p. Now, the first thing I want you to know is the prime position of the radar. That is perfect. I can, you know, that's exactly where I want it. I can see the whole globe. It's right in front of me. You know, that is just perfect. And, you know, it's just a shame the Avengers play relation. That's also a very good sun blaring effect there. That's completely tactically usable. You know, if somebody came out of the sun, I would have no chance of seeing them. My radar may pick it up, but you know, I might not actually be able to see my radar if I'm not looking at it, or if they manage to block it. Now, I can't quite find on this map a blind spot where I catch the rays of the sun like I did in the Avenger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just jump into the slightly brighter map and see if I can find it there, because this is fine, you know, this isn't unreasonable, and it's only on one or two cases, I think, but I have noticed it when I'm playing the multiplayer matches and when I'm playing Vandal Swarm, and it's just a bit of a problem, you know, it's just not seems realistic that, you know, you'd have refractions like that. You know, this is meant to be the deep future. know, it just seems unrealistic that you'd kind of be blinded by refractions like that. I don't mind a little bit of sun glare, but when you're not staring at the sun, when you're staring at the sun, obviously I expect to be blinded. It's the sun, for goodness sakes. But we'll see. I'll show you the other map. Let's see if we can find it. So after much mucking about and flying around and trying to find the blind spot, the light spot on the ship, I can't find it. It may be that has been fixed on the patch and they haven't quite fixed it on the Avenger, but we will see. Time will tell. I mean, I'm just trying to bring the conversation to people and make them think a little bit about these things, because you know, these things are a tactical decision at the end of the day on sort of like which ship are you choosing and what's the weaknesses of the ship. It may be the Avenger, being a slightly older ship, has these weaknesses on purpose, because perhaps the people of yesteryear didn't quite understand ship design, and the people of now like understand the inherent weaknesses of the ship they created at that time, and now decide, you know what, we need a new ship that's going to be better in the future, and they design something like the 315 and the Hornet and much more recent ships. And as ships get more recent, the design gets better and they iron out the weaknesses. Oh, big glitch in there, oh dear. That may be it, and perhaps that is, at the end of the day, is something that's interesting to some people, and that's kind of what they want. You know, it's a kind of very much a path you choose kind of thing. It just depends, I guess, on what people want, if they want to find that. I mean, earlier patches, certainly I had the witness in both patch ships, on the 315 and the Aurora, and sorry, Avenger. I don't know what happened there. That's interesting. That occurs from time to time, chaps. I don't know why. So I'm just gonna wrap it up here on this lovely loading screen. Oh, I mean, it's really at the end of the day up to you guys. I just wanted to bring these points up for conversation, and hopefully I'll have some more videos for you in the future discussing some more things about Star Citizen, especially about the tactics and interesting ideas I have for how gameplay is going to go. So this is Dark Fox from Nexus Corp signing off. I wish you all a bonny day.